Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of January 9th, 2021. That's our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury. I'm Caleb Black, and this is Luke the Big Dog Williams. It's time for the Thursday Throwback. Since it's Rumble season, since it's Mania season, since it's Rumble time, we are going to be talking about the Royal Rumble for a couple of weeks on. Get ready, strap in, it's going to be great. Today, we're talking about my personal favorite all-time Royal Rumble, the 2005 Royal Rumble event. This is back when they still had Sunday Night Heat, which I've missed so much before.
Me too.
Sunday Night Heat main event was Maven versus Rhino. Maven taking over the victory. Then leading into the pay-per-view, the opening match was Edge and Shawn Michaels in a singles match.
Which is weird to say. The opening match was Edge versus Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, that would have been the follow-up from... That would have been the last place in the feud they had.
Yes,
after the fallout of the number one contendership series of matches they had, including Benoit as well.
Yes.
The second match on the card was The Undertaker versus Heidenreich in a casket match, which The Undertaker won.
It amazes me that he went 13 minutes and 20 seconds to Heidenreich in a casket
weird
match.
Transitional match, and what a weird transitional story that was.
Yeah.
Heidenreich was just a big, creepy...
Do you want me to back you against the wall and read you poetry?
Oh my God.
All he did.
The illusion that he sexually assaulted Michael Cole in a closet. That.
He asked for it. You saw what he was wearing.
Oh my God. No. No, Sheila. No. Oh my God. I need a second after that. God damn it.
Oh, come on. We all know Michael Cole liked it.
Shut up. Anyway. Funnily enough, right after that feud, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because it led into WrestleMania 21 where Randy Orton wrestled The Undertaker, that would have been No Way Out would have been the pay-per-view right after the Rumble, would have been a SmackDown pay-per-view, and The Undertaker wrestled Luther Reigns in a random little micro mini feud they had for a month.
Yeah.
What a stupid fucking... creative at nothing for Taker in 2005.
It's like, yeah, man, we're just going to try to get you to Mania. That's
what's going on. Anyway, so The Undertaker defeats Heidenreich in a casket match. The third match on the card was the WWE Championship match, triple threat between reigning defending champion John Bradshaw Layfield against Kurt Angle and The Big Show. This comes from... The feud with Kurt Angle actually happened primarily on SmackDown. Did not happen at pay-per-views because it was in that large period of time where they weren't running one.
Yeah.
Where John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL, and the Cabinet were wrestling Kurt Angle, Luther Reigns, and Mark Jindrak, and they were having these fantastic Honor Amongst Thieves matches. Then the Big Show gets involved because JBL deceives him into attacking Kurt Angle or vice versa. And they go into this weird, crazy little thing where they kidnap the Big Show's girlfriend and throw her in the trunk of a car and drive away. Kurt Angle baits the Big Show and baits JBL both. It's fantastic. They lead into the triple threat match, and then after that, they go into No Mercy. It's JBL and Big Show. No Way Out. With the barbed wire steel cage, which has that phenomenal finish that we talked about, where Big Show choke slams JBL. Why do I like John BL? I don't know why. Choke slams JBL through the ring, and he crawls out and escapes, and that's how he wins. Either way.
Also went on after that to lose to John Cena for the championship.
Yes. Either way, great little triple threat match.
No. Yes. Yeah, that's how
JBL wrestled John Cena because John Cena beat Kurt Angle in the tournament that ended at No Way Out.
Yeah, you're right.
And then when John Cena won, Kurt Angle, it was either when he won the belt or something, Kurt Angle was sitting on the ramp. Very, very cool little exchange they had.
Yeah,
either way.
Yeah.
So, the fourth match on the card was Triple H versus Randy Orton, ending the feud that Triple H had with Randy Orton in 2005.
Me and Max don't remember this one.
After Randy Orton wins the world title at SummerSlam 2004, he gets dumped out of Evolution. They have a feud. They fight, blah, 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 blah. Going on to a stipulation following that, I believe, Vengeance.
It's because Randy Orton...
No, not Vengeance. At some pay-per-view No, I'm sorry. Randy Orton did not get the stipulation that he couldn't wrestle for the world title ever again until he lost to Ric Flair at Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the final match in the note between Randy Orton and Triple H in their feud for the world title. Triple H ends up winning the belt, leading on to Randy Orton challenging The Undertaker at WrestleMania 21 and losing at the 13th match in the streak.
Yes.
The main event. The Royal Rumble match. We'll talk about the ending in a minute, but we're going to talk about the beginning first. Daniel Puder makes a significant mistake on SmackDown during Tough Enough, where he basically tried to lock Kurt Angle in a real Kimura arm lock. Kurt Angle, having the wherewithal to not dump him over the top rope, just shot him to the ground and pinned him because Kurt Angle's a fucking Olympic gold medalist, and that's what they do.
Right.
Doesn't matter that you had the arm. It matters that you lost on TV and made yourself look like a jackass.
Yep.
Goes on to win the Tough Enough competition. And then...
Over The Miz.
Over The Miz, who ends up getting signed anyway and is now one of the biggest stars they have. Weird how that worked out. But the two men to start the Royal Rumble match were Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Which is just insane to think of.
They begin the match in the wrestling, and obviously it's fucking two of the greatest technical wrestlers ever. Daniel Puder enters at number 3.
Yeah,
grabs the mic, was not supposed to do this. Was not supposed to cut a promo initially, at least that's the story. I don't know if it's been distorted or not. Either way, grabs the mic, talks about how he won Tough Enough, now he's going to win the Royal Rumble. And he gets in the ring, and Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit beat the holy hell out of Daniel Puder, just chopping him as hard as they fucking can.
Taking turns,
just trading him off and beating the piss out of him.
And they could have eliminated this man anytime they wanted to.
They did.
But who was number 4?
Number 4 was fucking Bob Holly.
Who comes in and makes Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit's ass beating look childlike.
Like, if you're a new guy and you piss people off, Bob Holly is the guy in the locker room to correct that mistake.
And then Bob Holly eliminates him.
Bob Holly comes in and just lights this poor son of a bitch up like a fucking Roman candle on the 4th of July.
Matt Capelli got an ass whipping. You didn't see nothing.
I'm going to have to rewatch that now. I have to watch it today.
Oh, my God. They beat him he owed them
trans.
Harder than a twisted tea.
Yeah.
And then
I'd have rather been hit with a twisted tea.
So then we get through everybody comes out, blah, 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 blah. The last two men in the Royal Rumble match are Batista and John Cena. Batista hoists John Cena up for the Batista bomb, his signature power bomb. It's too close to the ropes, falls backward, and they both tumble over the ropes together. Thankfully, if you go back and watch, John Cena corrected himself in midair in just enough time, because if they'd have landed the way physically they should have landed, Batista would have flipped John Cena over onto his head and then landed on top of him. So thankfully, Cena had the wherewithal to adjust mid-fall.
I also will die on this hill and say that Batista hit first.
I think we're going to have to go back and review it. I know we've done that before.
That not like the year Brett and Luger did it, where it was exactly at the same time.
Exactly. The Raw referee holds up Batista's hand. The SmackDown referee holds up John Cena's hand. Obviously, they're just killing time. And out runs Vince McMahon, just fucking power walking. Blah, 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 blah.
Slamming his jacket.
As he hits the ring, blows both quads in real life.
Actually,
and in real time.
That actually isn't exactly how it happened. Jericho in his book talks about he blew one quad getting in the ring.
He was trying to stand up.
He blew the other quad in the backstage area trying to get back to his seat.
Oh, no. I thought in Jericho's book he said that he had they emptied out the hallway so no one could see him because he blew both quads.
No, he blew one. He didn't blow the other one until he got back to the back.
Either way.
Because he said he was standing there and was watching on the monitor, and you could hear him audibly yell, "Ah!" when he blew the second one.
Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vince
my God.
power walks, blows a quad, gets in the ring, and doesn't stand back up, and literally starts dictating how to do this from a seated position. In the mix of this, Batista grabs John Cena, throws him over the rope, while all the confusion and craziness is going on, Cena gets back in the ring, grabs Batista, throws him over the rope, blah, 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 blah. They decide to restart the match. Batista and John Cena trade a couple blows. Batista ends up hooking Cena, dumping him over. Wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to wrestle Triple H, winning the world title. One of my favorite Royal Rumbles and one of the coolest moments, Batista tells the story afterward, when, because obviously they didn't have time that night to meet or talk. Vince was going through an injury or whatever. Batista shows up for Raw the next Monday and is like nervous. He's like, man, they're going to pull my push. People are going to say I'm not safe. Like, and he's like sweating the whole day because he doesn't know what's going to happen. Finally comes to nut cutting time. He's on Raw and he goes up to Vince's office. And Vince, welcomes him in, whatever, asks how they're doing. They exchange pleasantries. And Batista straight up looks at Vince and he's like, man, I am so sorry about yesterday. And Vince just got this big smile. He's like, what the hell are you sorry for, pal? It was real. It was great. It was real. It was dramatic. And just has this great big moment where for like 5 minutes goes on this crazy tangent about how great it was that he almost really killed John Cena.
Right. Well, and
that is a great thing.
In defense, being someone like myself who's used power bombs in my entire career, it wasn't on Batista. The over-rotation was
Cena's fault, yeah.
It wasn't Batista's fault.
When Batista brought him up, Cena put too much of his weight forward.
Yes.
Instead of stabilizing and Batista being able to get the grip on him.
Yes.
Plus, and honestly, the way they were, like, obviously with Batista losing his footing, it was probably a little bit safer that they were so close to the ropes and managed to fall out, because who knows how Cena would have landed coming down.
Yeah.
Or, if he'd have over-rotated enough to where he would have just botched the whole thing and made it look like a giant fuck-up in the ring, so much better than it happened outside of the ring.
Agreed.
Guys, that's going to cover us here at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below what you thought. Send us a friend request on Facebook. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Find us Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Stay tuned. We got more videos coming your way.